Good morning and welcome, Elizabeth.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And I am so pleased to have her present to us this morning about immigration rights and other rights that appeal to our parents. And if you'll just kind of give us an overview and tell us what we plan to do in the future, and this will be an ongoing event.
Yes.
That parents can call, make appointments, meet us here, not necessarily meet with me, but meet with you and your team of experts. So, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm so happy to be here. So I'm the Executive Director of GIRP, the Galveston-Houston Immigrant Representation Project. And we saw a great need for immigration lawyers on the island. It's a huge need on the island and in Houston, so we started a nonprofit legal services organization, which is like a nonprofit law firm that provides comprehensive services, legal services to immigrants in the Galveston and Houston area. So right now, the entry point, the starting point that we have in Galveston are these monthly free Know Your Rights presentations. And we, of course, can do much more than that, but at this moment, at the bare minimum, people have the right to be educated and understand what their rights are as immigrants living in Galveston and Houston, and what are their options. And so every month we provide a free Know Your Rights presentation where we explain the legal process, the new laws that are coming out from the administration, as well as the rights and options in the immigration process. And then afterwards, we provide a free consultation, one-on-one, and a confidential interview to discuss the individual's case and what their options are and help them find a free or low-cost attorney.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I have had several parents that have called with questions regarding the recent storm,
Yes.
URI storm, winter storm, and they have they're afraid to mention that their pipes don't work, and if they do report it, the landlords do not provide funding. They tell them they have to do this. Well, they don't have the means or the funds. So they have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I can answer some. I can refer them to different agencies, but I don't know their rights. Is this something that you could help us with and maybe refer us or talk to them about what they can do? Because I really don't know what, let's say, step one is, or, I know that, okay, so they don't have water. I know that they have to have pipes to get them, but if they can't afford it, they can't afford the pipes, or they can't afford any of the fixtures that have been damaged, any of the damages, then what are their rights? What do they do? These are the questions that are not only important to them, as well as the immigration laws.
Right. That is such a great question, and it's so prevalent in the world we're living in. I think there's a lot of fear in general.
Yes,
with
there is.
Immigrants coming forward and seeking assistance or basic repairs in their home, which that fear in turn makes them live in pretty
poverty,
in pretty terrible conditions.
It is,
right?
It is.
And so people, no matter where you come from, have rights in this country, and we do explain those rights. We explain the rights very much related to the immigration laws. If somebody comes to our presentation, they will understand their rights for any kind of interaction and work on the street in their house related to immigration law and enforcement. If they have questions related to living conditions, accessing resources, complaining about unsuitable living conditions. We won't have all those answers for sure,
Sure.
not, but we can definitely connect those individuals with the right people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we have a very big group of collaborators and stakeholders and organizations that we work closely with so that we can ensure that all of these clients' needs are met, which means
Right.
if we can't handle it ourselves, we reach out to a partner and say, I've got somebody that needs your help, and we can direct them into the right place.
Right. Right. So your number, we're going to post on the website and on the video, so that if families have questions, and of course they know now that it is a free consultation.
Yes.
With a legal professional available, and if you're not here, one of your team members would be here. Is
That's
that correct?
Absolutely, with a lawyer.
It would be a lawyer.
Yes.
Right. So we would like to begin charlas, or our talks, so to say, maybe different topics, and invite our families to come in. And if they're not able to come here, maybe we can go to their areas. We have different locations on the island that we can present, and they can come. Our island is subdivided in such that a lot of our families live south, and a lot of our families live on the east end as well. So there are community centers, there are schools that would open their doors and have our families join your team of experts.
That's great.
So, yes, we want them to know their rights. We think this is very important.
It absolutely is, and it empowers individuals to really take, to seek assistance and to improve the situation that they're living in. Many times, the feedback we get is, "Oh, I didn't know that."
Yes.
"Oh, I didn't know I could speak to my landlord and say, you can't do this to me. This is discrimination," which we've had
Right.
clients doing that before.
Right. Yes.
"Oh, I didn't realize that I didn't have to, explain my entire life history to a police officer that comes to my door." And these are really important rights that people should know so that they can be empowered to live safe and stable lives here on the island.
Yes. Yes. I agree. Well, is there anything else that we need to add, other than we need to maybe set some dates and we'll post them? And is there anything else that you think our family should be aware of, or is there a place where they can get immediate needs if they need them now, before we begin our talks?
Yeah, I think that's a great question as well. So right now we have a system in place where every month we are at St. Vincent's House providing these Know Your Rights presentations.
Okay.
The benefit of joining up with St. Vincent's House and Clinic is many, if not all, of a person's needs, whether it be counseling, food insecurity, medical needs, dental needs,
Yes.
legal needs,
Yes.
can all be met under the same roof. So if
Yes.
somebody's needing immediate attention, I would really encourage them to come to those Wednesday Know Your Rights presentations.
Sure, we have them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we partner with St. Vincent's, and we do refer a lot of our immediate needs.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have a population that is afraid.
I know.
And so they know me, and they know our bilingual directors. They know our bilingual teachers, and they feel comfortable. So when we invite them, they come. To the round table. We call it a round table, a charla, a talk, and then once they're comfortable with us, I think that we can meet at St. Vincent's as a group.
Yeah, it's so hard to hear that families are afraid, and it's very
It's true.
understandable, right?
Yes, it's real.
It's real. It's a real fear, and a parting message would be that when we are involved in a presentation or in a consultation, it is a safe place.
Yes.
We are absolutely not affiliated or not tied to the government or
Yeah.
law enforcement. We're completely independent. And any information that someone shares with us in a consultation, which is a one-on-one interview with a lawyer, is completely confidential. And there is no risk that that information will ever be shared.
Right.
And so if there's a parting message, it's that if you come to the orientation, it's a safe place and we are not tied to any sort of law enforcement.
That's so wonderful.
agency.
That's so good to know.
Yes.
And I think that will bring more people to
Yes.
the table. And I think that after maybe we have 1 or 2 or 3, they'll understand that our partner is St. Vincent's, and a lot of good things are happening there. And it will be easier for them to attend because this is going through June, July?
This will be all year. We have the dates confirmed through July.
Right.
But
So do you think maybe we could have these people also be involved with us if they want? I mean, can we let them know if they miss this one, they can come here?
This is an open door orientation.
Wonderful.
We don't have caps, we don't have limits, we don't
Right.
have, you don't have to register before. It's just a walk-in
come in.
service
Okay,
and open to anyone in the community.
wonderful.
Even if it's somebody that's afraid to go, and which
Yeah.
we've seen, and they send
Yes.
their citizen partner
Yes.
or child.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yes.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
It happens here. And
Yeah.
a lot of our parent meetings, they send the child.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And so that's okay too.
Yeah, that's fine.
That
No, that's
maybe
fine.
the next time they'll bring their family member
Yes,
that needs
yes.
the assistance, because really
Yes.
we work with the people that need the immigration legal services,
Right.
but the families are also important. You know, it's about keeping families together.
That's right.
And often
Very much so. Very much.
right. So that
And their safety and their medical and their just their education. Yeah. So I guess we pretty much covered everything.
we did.
And I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because I-
Absolutely. I'm so
I know
happy
how
to be
busy
here.
you are, and we will announce the meeting dates here. We'll probably go through May or June, and then maybe start up again in September.
Okay.
Because a lot of our families do travel over summer, and we'll go back home, or So I think if we go through June and then begin again in September, we'll have a good cap of audience.
Yeah.
And again, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
everything you do.
Thank you for everything you do.
You're welcome.
Hola, estamos aquí hoy con la señora Elizabeth Sánchez Kennedy.
Hola.
Es abogada ella de inmigración y va a hablar, nos va a acompañar y darnos los derechos de uno que somos inmigrantes, ¿verdad? Aquí en los Estados Unidos. Gracias por estar aquí.
Gracias por invitarme.
Si nos puede decir unas cuantas pláticas y qué pensamos hacer y cómo nos podemos ayudar nuestras familias.
Sí, claro. Soy Elizabeth, soy la directora de Galveston-Houston Immigrant Representation Project, se llama GIRP.
Oh.
Y somos una organización sin fines de lucro y estamos aquí en Galveston, en la ciudad de Galveston, en la isla de Galveston, para dar servicios legales a los inmigrantes. Tenemos servicios de charlas cada mes hasta representación en la corte o en su caso migratorio. Entonces aquí ahora en este momento estamos dando una charla cada mes. Es una charla gratuita donde revisamos toda la información necesaria para los inmigrantes viviendo acá en Galveston. Empezamos con explicando los derechos que uno tiene aquí en esta ciudad, en este estado, en este país, y el proceso migratorio. Y finalmente hablamos de las nuevas leyes, o si hay nuevas leyes, explicamos qué está pasando en el gobierno y cómo puede afectar el caso de los inmigrantes. Al final de la charla, al final de la orientación, se llama una orientación legal, hacemos una entrevista, una consulta gratuita con cada persona que ha llegado este día para que esta persona pueda entender su caso un poco mejor y sus opciones. Al final, si podemos ayudar a una persona en obtener un abogado para ayudarlo, tratamos de hacer eso también con cartas de recomendaciones o representándolos en nuestra organización. Depende de la situación y depende de dónde viven.
Muy bien. Yo soy trabajo con el distrito, con las familias y en la comunidad, donde apoyamos las familias, sea que necesitan ayuda con comida, útiles, renta, muchas cosas. Pero ¿qué ha pasado? Este mes pasado, con la tormenta que tuvimos, hay muchas familias que viven en apartamentos que los dueños de los apartamentos no quieren arreglar o componer o reponer lo que ha pasado en sus apartamentos. Muchos son pisos, muchos son paredes, baños, pipas de plástico, de horno, bueno, cualquier, ¿verdad? Ellos fueron con ellos y los dueños les dijeron que ellos son los que tienen que arreglar, pero ellos no pueden, no tienen. Así es que yo conozco agencias y conozco a mucha gente en la comunidad que nos apoya a nuestras familias, a todas nuestras familias, no nomás los hispanos, ¿verdad? Pero la cosa es, ellos quieren saber su derecho de eso. Cómo ellos pueden avanzar para arreglar sus casas, para arreglar su apartamento, porque ellos están rentando. Al contrario, muchos les han dicho, debe de usted tener aseguranza de renta. Otra cosa, también han tratado de llamar a FEMA, pero ellos no entienden lo que FEMA espera de ellos. Así es que es muy importante también hablar de FEMA según esto, esta situación. Porque el dinero está allí, la ayuda está allí para ellos. Pero muchas veces nosotros temamos dar información, pero eso debe de ser gratis, ¿verdad? No importa si uno es de aquí, no es de aquí. Es lo que yo entiendo.
No, es cierto. Hay personas viviendo en este país tienen unos derechos, solo por ser persona aquí viviendo en este país.
Sí.
Y tienen protecciones y deben entender esos derechos y protecciones.
Sí.
Y en nuestra charla tratamos de explicar esos derechos.
Sí.
Son derechos básicos que cada persona en este país tiene. Y son derechos protegidos. Hay unos derechos que sobre la casa, viviendo, alquilando, reparaciones.
Claro.
Y es posible que podemos ayudar a una persona y guiar personas en tratar de arreglar la situación. Pero la cosa es que si no tenemos la información, si no tenemos la respuesta y si no podemos guiar a una persona, por lo menos podemos conectar a una persona con alguien que puede.
Sí.
Y por eso es importante venir a la charla, porque no tengo cada respuesta, no puedo contestar cada pregunta. Sobre las leyes de migración, seguramente. Sobre los derechos acerca de migración, seguramente.
Sí.
Pero si vienes a la charla y haces una pregunta, si una persona hace una pregunta y yo no sé la respuesta, yo puedo conectar a esta persona con un abogado que hace casos así. de casos en la corte y sobre alquilando y los derechos de dueños y los que están alquilando. Por lo menos podemos conectar a las personas con la información y los recursos que necesitan.
Claro que sí. Y toda esta información, todas estas consultas son gratis.
En este momento todo es gratis. En este momento no tenemos suficientes recursos para seguir con los casos hasta el final. En este momento estamos empezando con las charlas, con información y consultas gratuitas. Y esperamos que tenemos más recursos al final del año
Claro que sí. Esperamos que sí.
Yeah,
Esperamos que
para tener abogados y asistentes que pueden representar a los inmigrantes en este proceso, porque el proceso es tan complicado.
Claro que sí.
Y es muy difícil seguir adelante sin un abogado o por lo menos sin la información de unos abogados.
Claro que sí.
So, eso es la esperanza de 2021, que tenemos abogados aquí en Galveston para representar a los inmigrantes.
Ojalá, y esperamos hasta 2075.
Es cierto.
Bueno,
Tienes
fuera.
razón.
Bueno, le quiero dar las gracias por la oportunidad de estar aquí con nosotros porque apreciamos su educación y presentar a nuestras familias. Vamos a ver el calendario y vamos a poner fechas. Igualmente, si necesitan ayuda inmediatamente, los vamos a mandar a las charlas que ya empezaron en St. Vincent.
Sí, pues.
Y vamos a empezar igualmente aquí, en el distrito de Galveston.
Me parece muy bien.
Se lo agradezco bastante.
Gracias a ustedes y gracias a todo lo que están haciendo para los inmigrantes aquí en Galveston.
Gracias. Seguimos adelante.
Sí, seguimos.
Gracias.
Gracias.